My beautiful stars, reading time. I'm blocking already. Oh, could have a bit of block communication here. Anyway, we're going for our journey deck. Let's see what's going on. Let's see, main collective, what your main focus is right now. Oh, as we said, block, you're definitely a no contact collective. Okay. One more. All right, main collective. All right, there's a little bit of fear over you right now. Divinely protected, no contact. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's not good. Plane taking off. All right, main collective, main focus. I do think you've got a little bit of fear over this no contact. Maybe you're sitting in a little bit of anxiety, scarcity mindset. You are trying to break free from the control of the emotion though, right? Now, this divinely protected, maybe you really believe your connection is divinely protected, and that eases you when it comes to the fear and gives you strength through temptation. But this collective, I don't like to see this one. You could think your no contact has come from some form of betrayal, deceit, lies, gaslighting. This is on your mind, right? So maybe that adds to the fear here as well. You could feel that this person is just withholding some truths here, but there's clearly a part of your soul that feels like this is some form of soul connection to you, right? Well, with this here, I don't think this collective, I don't think you've got, what's the word? The most belief right now in how divinely protected this is, because your fear, first card, is kind of leading the way. It's making you want to kind of push this energy away from you. You're really trying to break free from it. I'm seeing that denial card. You could be questioning if you're in some form of denial here when it comes to this person, especially, like I'm seeing my Ten of Swords. If you've been hurt and you've hit rock bottom in this connection, you really could be questioning your sanity a little bit for why this still has so much control over you. We're going to do a no contact. Is it really over? I always say these can go either way. All right, fear. Oh, it's a constant burn. So you're in anxiety right now, this collective. I've got to get tarot. For this fear, it's replaying on your mind. Don't make it fear. So if you're kind of, even if you're in no contact, but it's not overwhelming you, maybe you get spurts of fear, but you're kind of riding the wave. This collective, first row, this is playing heavily on your mind. Like you'd be anxious. Okay, one more perspective. What are you going through? This makes sense with the fear. This is my little player. So this could be a fear of yours. This person has moved on. Okay. There is a part of you that thinks things are germinating. There's seeds being planted. You do have some form of belief that this dynamic, things are going to really ripen here eventually. But you are trying to stand in your independence and kind of be strong. Okay. With this Knight of Wands, just appearance-wise, this person could be quite attractive, very, athletic, kind of sporty. They could be a little bit younger here as well with this Knight of Wands, kind of lead with desire. They could be a little bit of a shameless flirt, very charismatic, right? Knight of Wands is also very rebellious, doesn't like being told what to do. Maybe the person connected to you can be quite defensive, so you tend to walk on eggshells here with this person. But this Knight of Wands is very impulsive. He just makes decisions without really thinking about the red flags. He leads with passion, and sometimes that passion can get him in trouble. So I see this card a lot of, it wouldn't surprise me if you've had a few times here with this person of no contact, a little bit in and out energy. But I do think this collective, even though you've got this fear and this constant burn, I don't think your anxiety is leading you to contact them. That's not the issue here. I think it's just starting to really catch up to you. Maybe this has been the longest period that you haven't spoken to this person, especially if you've gone around this a few times, which is adding to the anxiety. This could be a highly sexually charged connection as well, like off-tap chemistry here. I'm going to be honest, especially with this betrayal, I feel this collective, you have a little bit of fear this person's moved on, right? Well, they're out there just dating, having the time of their life. Okay, but you're not silly. You know this person doesn't make you feel valued and seen, and this is probably why you're trying your hardest to break free from this, and why you're questioning if it is divinely protected, right? A divine connection. It just always seems to be on condition with this person. Maybe you're questioning your dependence to this dynamic, but this is a very one-sided energy. So I definitely think this collective, you feel like you've given a lot more than you've received here, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever it is. There's a reason you think this person has betrayed you in some way or form, right? Especially if you don't know this for fact. This is just something, or your intuition takes you to this, because the whole situation just doesn't make sense, especially if this person has come in and out a few times, right? Like you've experienced this no contact cycle a few times. It's like, why do they keep coming back? Okay. But I'm not going to lie, this Seven of Coins, I always say that it takes a lot of perseverance, determination, but for that harvest season, I say it's normally a minimum of like a yearly harvest. So it wouldn't surprise me if you've been around this loop for quite a long time with this person. Oh God, there it is. That's where your fear is coming from. Third party, love triangle, someone else's influence, heavy partying. Again, kind of really matches that Knight of Wands personality. That makes sense with this first row. Something definitely feels off with you. I'm not going to lie, I'm seeing that expecting card. So I don't know if this collective, you've found out that this person's gotten someone pregnant, or again, this is a fear of yours. I'm seeing that specifically. I will confirm. Okay. Seven of Coins. This is where you try and trust. This is where you fall into your trust. But again, I don't think you have much belief in this wheel right now. But this is what makes me think, even though you're overwhelmed, it's not overwhelmed to reach out. Maybe you're checking profiles, but I don't think you've had that sense of urgency that you need to message them. Knight of Coins. Nine of Coins, sorry. Seven of Wands in reverse. You definitely want compromise, but I do think you question, is this a lost cause? About this making amends, it's on your mind, but again, you're trying to stand strong. You're trying to be emotionally mature with this whole situation, and you're definitely trying to stand in your independence. Every time you have temptation, you reassess. You know you need to make adjustments here. You know it's not going to benefit this if you do reach out, especially if you know that this person has unfortunately done this to you, right? And I'm going to be honest, just side note, I know this is your perspective on this, but I do think this collective, there could be something quite positive for you financially right now, right? This 7 of coins, I think you've been working really hard towards something. I'm going to be honest. I'm just hearing that just as a side note. I think that aligns just with your energy as a detail. You could be up and up in the financial department, but when it comes to love, it's kind of the opposite. 6 of coins in reverse. Oh, that's sad. So you're not seeing something right here, and you know it though. This collective, you know it. How can you see this as a missed opportunity? Or again, this is sad. It's kind of an energy of depression, extreme overwhelm when it's one-sided. You're not being valued, right? It's giving on condition. So I think this is more the question mark. Why am I so sad about this? Why do I feel like I'm in a fog with this? This person doesn't treat me right, right? This is where the question mark would come over this. This is why you're trying to break free from this. Again, it makes me think that you've walked through this fire a few times with this person, because that temptation to reach out isn't there. Don't make it fit. It's like at least every time you feel something, you're trying to be very realistic and emotionally mature when it comes to the decisions you're making here, which is good. It's clearly an improvement. Like if you reflect back to maybe the first time you walked through this fire, you were probably excessively emotional, probably would have been seeing 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. That's why I went to get this deck, but you can see, because I wanted to know where this fear, this constant burn is coming from the right collective. The right collective, your fear, this constant burn is that 3 of Cups in reverse. Is there other influence here? Is this person with someone? I was seeing pregnancy in my mind, fear, like that's the right collective where the havoc goes in your mind. Okay. Let's confirm these. One more for constant burn. Fear. This is really good. And again, that's another huge detail. You have this, but you've got 2 about, I'm breaking free from this. Like, I'm not going to be puppeted to this. Every time you focus on it, you're reevaluating. You're like, I need to distract myself. So again, just confirming, I think you're upgrading. Perfect. Like I said, you're dealing with this different to any other time, but because you're in the midst of emotion, I think you're just being hard on yourself. Again, reflect back to one of the first times you've walked through this with this person. I think you're handling it a lot better. Don't be hard on yourself. Again, you're upgrading here. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, if you're going through an upgrade, if you're going through an ascension, I always say whatever is the center focus of an ascension, a rebirth, it needs to be reevaluated. You could be someone that really struggles with trust issues, always looking for ulterior motives. Wouldn't surprise me if you're a 7. 7s are extreme overthinkers. You can create a mountain out of a molehill because you guys are you are probably one of the most intuitive out of all the numbers, but sometimes your intuition is a double-ended sword, right? So someone that really struggles to trust in others, and I always say when it comes to any kind of dynamic in our life, we need trust. So if they're trying to, especially if this is all just something you're making up in your mind, right? You don't know it for fact. You just think that that's what's making it valid with why this person keeps playing games. Let's just put it in that category. because you're going through an upgrade, this first row, and I always say when we're in the emotion, it's really hard to see, but you've kind of halfway there, because as you're upgrading, you know this isn't healthy for your mind, right? But now we need to see why this always comes up in an overwhelm and a trigger. It's your trust issues. And if this has got broken trust, which it clearly does, even if this was some form of soul connection, divine connection, it ain't going to work until you trust, right? So it's tough. Because the more I'm feeling this energy, I don't think this collective, you know it for fact. And if you do know it for fact and you have trust issues, I say this all the time when I'm doing personals. If you're someone that struggles with trust issues, the only way to heal that is truly boundaries. Stop letting people in your life that break your trust. Even just go, there's a reason this is coming to my mind, right? Go back to any kind of relationship, even if it was this relationship, and this person had broken your trust, but you chose to give forgiveness, even though within your soul you weren't ready to give that forgiveness. So you tried to go around again, right? Any kind of relationship, doesn't have to be this person, just hopefully your mind takes you to somewhere, the right collective it will. So you chose to give that, but believe it or not, it was more for the external, it was for the companionship, right? Because if you have trust issues and someone breaks your trust, if you're in strength, sense of self, sense of worth, boundary, right? Especially if it's something severe. But people will offer that forgiveness before it's ready, and then every time there's a trigger, or every time this person is kind of acting how they were subconsciously, because you didn't really forgive, right? Subconsciously, they're acting a little bit the same. So the subconscious trigger comes, they're doing the same thing, they're doing the same thing, they're doing the same thing. So every time you're triggered, you bring it up again. You're bringing it up, so you're holding the past against them. You're not letting the past go. And then everyone gets angry at this person, right? Oh, they've done it again. But it was, and I'm saying this in a loving way, it's your fault because you excused it, right? You knew this person was capable of it, but because of your need, and it would come from trauma, right? Abandonment, codependence, whatever it is, because of your need of that person's companionship, and you probably in your mind to excuse the trauma, oh no, but I love them. Oh no, but this is my life partner. If you're seeing someone as a life partner and you know you have trust issues, they don't align with your values. They don't align with your morals if they can do something like this. So why excuse it? It's your trauma, right? You're afraid to be alone. Sorry, I'm saying this in a really loving way, but I just feel this collective. If you do know it for fact and you know your morals, you are one loyal person, you would never be able to excuse that. And you know in your soul, they've done it to me. This is going to be really hard for me to forgive and forget. Do not let that person in your life until you truly have either forgiven and forgotten, or this person through consistency can show. It's a tough one, because I'm going to be honest. When you love someone, you can sit there in front of them crying, saying you'll never do it again. But anybody that can gravitate out of a connection, it comes from internal insecurities and wounding. They're normally people that can really fall short to validation and affirmation. They're normally people that, unfortunately, if there's a little bit of a spark, a little bit of an attraction, and that person is fluffing up their ego, it's hard for them to kind of stay in their loyalty. That's a deep-seated wound. And I always say this, when you're not triggered, you can swear black and blue that you're not going to do something, right? It's different when the shadow goes up. And that takes time to heal, right? If someone can do this once and they don't take the path of healing, therapy, whatever it is going to keep happening. And it might be a few years till they do it again, but this is not just about words. So for the right collective, this is important because I'm deviating so much. If you know for fact this person has done this, and they have not shown you that they want to heal. They're giving you no contact. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. My angels, that's your answer, right? Now, if you're making this mountain out of a molehill in your mind, what I just said is very important for you. This day and age, people really believe you have a magnetic pull and a spark. That's my person, right? That's lust. That is lust. That is temptation. That is shadow. People that think you have that magnetic pull and spark and you feel that, that's the love of my life. We're meant to be together forever. That is my soulmate. I always tell you guys, normally love bubble lasts for about 6, 7, maybe 6 to 9 months, right? But that is when you guys are on your best behavior. You are ignoring all the red flags. You're not wanting to present needy. You're just because you're in compromise with one another because you got the love goggles on, right? It's when that love bubble starts to kind of break a little bit, your true versions come up, you're seeing each other's vulnerabilities, your triggers. This is when, right, you really know if someone is going to be a permanent fixture in your life. This is when you see, are they going to build with me through this? Are we going to nurture each other through this? Are we going to get stronger through this? Are we going to find solutions? Are we going to calm each other's nervous system, or are we going to hold each other's triggers against us, right? People that just can get completely blinded. And I know there's some people out there, they meet, they get engaged straight away, they get married, they're still married to this day, right? That's beautiful. That's kind of a bit of a miraculous exception, right? But 9 times out of 10, you should not be seeing someone as your be all and end all until you at least get to this point where you guys feel safe in it. You feel nurtured in it. You feel understood in it. That you see someone's accepting you at your worst, not just your best. Someone is being there for you and taking care of you in your times of need, not just shutting you out, making you feel crazy. There's a reason this is coming out for this collective. This fear, this constant burn over what this person's doing. Each collective, you struggle with trust issues. It's not healthy. You will not heal that trauma if you keep holding on to someone that, fact or not, is activating this. And you were there studying all of the ulterior motives. Okay, why is this doing this? Why are they doing that, right? This collective, you know you need to break free. You know you need to shift your focus. But I just don't think you're understanding what the universe is trying to upgrade you from right now. Understand your morals, understand your needs, and understand your wants, right? If someone doesn't align to those things, do not be blinded by the spark and the attraction, because you are delaying the inevitable. Protect yourself sooner rather than later. And people have got it all back to front. As long as the spark's there, everything's okay. Wrong. Because straight off the bat, this person clearly hasn't nurtured or understood your trust issues here. They've accelerated them. People experience this, and I talk about putting a label, and it wouldn't surprise me if this collective, you do have a label on it because you've got divinely protected. You excuse all of the pain. Oh no, but they're my divine. We just need to heal. Are they healing though? I always say a divine counterpart is 2 of you. You can't just have one divine person that's healing. In any dynamic, any relationship, if you are an off-balance relationship and you've only got one person wanting to heal and fix it and go through trauma and the other one's like, yeah, undaunted, it ain't gonna work. Until this person shows you they're taking the steps to heal, discovery, emotional evolution, keep them away from you, right? You're seeing them as a Knight of Wands. I'm saying this from a loving place. I love you guys, but I always say the label blinds you guys. And true divines, until you heal your trauma, they're not going to come near you anyway. And your trauma is being activated. The first step for you guys is internal unity, balancing yourself, finding that version that was lost at a young age. So if you keep avoiding your trauma and triggers by just putting a label on, oh no, I just need to be nice, I just need to be unconditional love, it's defeating the whole purpose of this journey. Until you see your reflection, they will never see you properly, right? Just remember that. This first row is bloody important because I've just blabbered on for about 10 minutes. Divinely protected. Run up. Sorry, I'm not even going to say what I was thinking. Cycle confirmation. Oh God. So you've been around this roundabout however many times. Oh, but it's protected, but you're not seeing change. And that runner wanted to come out. Oh no, they're okay. They're just in their veil right now. Until you see healing, shut the door, right? Shut the door. No contact. Oh, so there could be mother interference. This is your mind. So maybe you think this person's mother has created a bit of blocks here. But also I'm hearing maybe you excuse this no contact, that Six of Pentacles in reverse, because you know they've got wounded feminine energy. They lack vulnerability. They hold themselves in an ivory tower. This collective, plain as day, you know for fact, when it comes to the emotional development that this connection needs, this person ain't got it, right? So you haven't seen any form of soul transformation in this person. Okay. Oh God. So this isn't karmic connection. This is the karmic energy, the shadow that comes up. So again, I always say this as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. I'm confirming everything the right collective has already thought. You've already had, maybe not worded it or said it how I've just worded it, but everything I've said about the trauma, the distrust, the aligning moral with your morals, your value, you understand, because you know this is highly turbulent. It's like a roller coaster when it comes to this person. You know they do not soothe your nervous system. All they do is accelerate it, right? The right collective, you know. That is why you're like, I need to break free from this. I cannot be puppeted to this person's strings anymore, right? You know. Okay, betrayal. In your union, so they betrayed you in your time together. Or again, you're just thinking that they did. That means there was a cut and run. That means there was an axe here. I've actually got to get what's around your heart. So this is your actual, have allocated as your time together, your union time. So that means your actual separation, because no contact, we talk about this all the time. When people keep orbiting, karmic connection, soul connection, divine connect, whatever it is. When someone is tied to our soul contract and they keep orbiting, there's a layer here, because this is part of the lesson you're meant to learn from this person, right? I can see it already. This right collective, the way that you were left, it was like the axe. The silent treatment, abandonment, activated all of that stuff. So every time this person comes in, every time they come in for a cycle, what are they activating? Your abandonment trauma, the silent treatment, the ghosting, the no contact. All my last 3 collectives have had this theme, right? We always have the theme through the week. So if this person keeps orbiting you, do you think you've learned the lesson yet with this person and this fire? No, but you're nearly there. I can see it for this collective. You're getting stronger and stronger every time. But you can see if this is what they were meant to teach you through your cycles, your lifetimes, because this person would have provided the same lesson in every lifetime. What do you think that ties into? Self-love. self-worth, knowing your value, understanding this magnetic pull and desire, and understanding love is so much more than that. That love should not be led with lust. Love should not be led with extreme, highly validating, 0 to 100, obsessive. That's probably the love that this collective you've always been drawn to, right? This person was meant to teach you how true love should be experienced, right? So until you learn that lesson from them, what's going to happen? This fire is going to keep playing out time and time again. And this is why I tell you guys, what's meant to be will not pass you by. Get rid of them. They're a grub, right? Sorry. Right now, little gremlin. If they're really meant to be, and you really believe this is divinely protected, let them go. What's meant for you will not pass you by. You're prolonging your process. If this person is really your divine, they will change, they will heal, they will grow. But if you keep excusing it and then let this keep coming around and not breaking this layer, you are forever going to think you're crazy. Let it go. Tell them, see you later. I am not here no more. And that doesn't mean sitting there pining in no contact and thinking, oh, when they come back, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, I'm going to be... Let them go. Let them go. Commit to yourself. If I do not see change here, if I do not see consistency, if I do not see dependability, reliability, if I cannot trust this person ever again, I am not opening the door here. It's not just saying it once and then cowering when they come back a few months later. When you guys say, see you later, I am not accessible anymore, you need to commit to yourself and put yourself first. And literally, until they align with you, they just release it. If it's meant to be, they will do everything in their might to get you back. But you need to surrender and believe that, right? Everyone can swear black and blue they're a divine, but you refuse to let them go. You refuse to break the cycles. You refuse to stand strong. Sorry, I'm being very passionate for this collective because you're clearly at the verge. You're ready to do it. So just do it. Rip off the Band-Aid. Start enjoying you. Like, look at this person, what they do to you. No one deserves this pain. No one deserves this. And this collective you're clearly trying to heal. How are you going to heal your heart? How are you going to heal your trauma if you keep letting this around you? Do you know what I'm saying? Tough love. A little bit of tough love. The right collective, you'll get it. Okay. Your attachments, your trauma. Is it your codependence? Why does it keep activating your anxiety? Okay. All right. I actually want to see what's around your heart space right now. Oh, good. Good. Like I said, that wouldn't have come out if this collective wasn't ready to hear it. You want to make healthier choices. You want to make healthier choices in love, in life. You want to be happier. Okay. You got so many cards about you're sick of it, right? Which is beautiful. Now just have the strength to release it. Stand in your power. This is about clarity, revelation. But protect yourself. Stand in your power. Even if you've got a truth coming, that ain't the dragonfly. That means you need to be in power. It's time to protect yourself. I love it. I love it. self-indulgence, focusing on yourself, self-worth. It's a time to heal. Shadow work, self-appreciation. Again, this collective, you're healing. Stop aligning with people that are going to take you 10 steps back on your healing journey. Learn the lesson from them. Don't see them as a soul connection. See them as a lesson. Do you know what? Just, this works for me. Side note, everybody in my life, and everybody in my life knows this, I see them all as lessons. Every time. Partner, family, friends, sibling, whatever it is. I'm like, what is the lesson? I see everything as a lesson. Everything as a lesson. And it helps me. So maybe this collective, that's maybe the outlook you need. Stop seeing them as, oh, they're part of my soul. What is the lesson I need to learn from you? Why are you in my life? How are you meant to make me grow? Right? That. You start seeing people like that. Anyway, for me, it works. Self-appreciation. Heart with a key. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Which means you've got the abundance here. Keeping a positive mindset. Look at these cards here. I don't know if it's just a little bit of a cosmic trigger that's come over you, or maybe you had a very vivid dream, or there's something here that's activated this thought pattern in this collective, but look at how strong you are. Look at what you have been going through, right? This heart with the key, welcoming love, meeting the one, right? Opening up your heart, getting together perfect. This could be someone completely different. This could be someone completely different. What if when you finally release this person, bloody the clouds part, the sunshine, and bloody Prince Charming comes on your doorstep, right? What if they're blocking you because you just haven't learnt the lesson? Just anyone that's healing and that keeps aligning to people like that, you're just putting roadblocks up in your life. Okay. I actually think that's this collective right now. Not that you're hovering over, I don't think you're hovering over your phone, but this is what you're trying to make healthier choices with, right? Waiting for a message. When are they going to call? What am I going to say? This is where I think you're starting to understand this ain't a healthy mind frame. It's energetical chasing. I always say it's bad as physical chasing. Whatever's coming, this romance is blooming, someone likes you, right? This is where you need to stand in your power. So who do you think I think that is? If this truth and clarity is coming about someone's, love heart eyes over you, but they're saying you need to stand in your power and protect yourself, I wonder who that may be. We say readings find you at just the right time. I'm just here for advice. I think these are two different energies. I'm going to be honest. I have a feeling this collective, you genuinely believe this person is just, you clearly can feel the lesson from them. They're bound to your contract in some form of way. But what's really sad, I actually feel this collective, you might, and I'm not here to tell people you are, it's your lesson to learn. But what if this person really is just blocking you from true love, right? But you just won't let it go. Just this not enough? I think that's you. It's something with your ego, your pride. You're probably you're coming out as a 9 of Pentacles. So you're someone, you got your shit together. I just think you've got your heart closed. But this, frustrated in this relationship, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego, jealousy. You need to deeply reflect and ask yourself, why do I keep letting someone do this to me? And take the label away from it and see what answers you come up with then. Let's get one more. like I said in that part, if they're really meant to be with you, they will go through this themselves. But you need to let the butterfly go, right? You like literally let it go. Sayonara, peace out, right? Get away from me. And if that is really meant to be, they will evolve. One more. Axe, I knew it. Watch the whole thing. Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson, break the layer. They're confirming as I brought them up, and that was where I started deviating. Silent treatment, abandonment. This is what you were meant to learn from this person, right? It's your middle row. That is so important. So important. Stop the pattern. It literally says stop the pattern. It's time. No more. Otherwise you're not going anywhere. I've seen you guys stuck on the same layout for years. I always say true divines, 3.5 years, average separation. Some of you guys are in separation for decades, right? Because you just won't let go. It's time. Even if letting go means just doing it from silence. Maybe that's what needs to be done here for this person. If they've always given you this fire of silent treatment, abandonment, don't feel like you need to have the last word. Choose silence. They clearly know what they've done to you. You don't need to explain to them what they've done to you. They know. Your words are clearly falling on deaf ears. If this is how they've constantly treated you, return the favor. Choose silence. You might find more strength in that. You could be a collective every time you're in no contact. Your intuition tells you to stay silent, but then they pop up and your intuition goes out the window and your overthinking takes over. Oh no, but I need to say this. Maybe if I say stop the pattern, however that pattern may be, because I'm going to be honest, seeing this row here, I think the way you stand in power and protect yourself is no more words. Words clearly don't work here. It keeps you guys stuck. You don't even need to tell this person, see you later, sayonara. Silence will speak far greater volumes than words for this collective, because that's how your dynamic plays out. That's what they keep doing to you. Okay. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. Whatever this is, this heart with a key, you need a phoenix over it. So until you go through the right fire, it ain't going to grow, right? There's someone here obsessed. There's someone here obsessed. Who cares? So new phase, rekindle, renew, growth, changed mind. Okay, no worries. Break the pattern first. If it's this person, what will happen if you stop the pattern, break the pattern? Phoenix. But surrender it to our creator, right? Don't hold on to it. Don't have an expectation. Choose you. Watch the whole thing. If they're really that obsessed and then they think they've actually lost you, it might give them the wake-up call. I always say the right love will completely transform your soul, like true divines. You get access to our universe because of the heartbreak. It destroys your soul. You start to see the world for the first time. And clearly a life full of trauma on top of that. But the power of love, real love, will completely change you. I always say the right love inspires us to be our best. Let it go. Because if you are that right love, you will inspire them to be their best. But you just have to believe in it. Let it go. Everyone thinks letting go is just, standing firm in silence. No, you're still holding on to it. Letting go is literally closing the door and living your life. Taking the label off it. Okay. Maybe. Either way, we've got to get your soul contract. I'm trying to give this collective strength. This keeping a positive mindset, whatever you're manifesting, needs and wants, whatever it is, engagement, union, whatever it is, it'll come for you when it's time, with whoever it may be. You're not going to be alone. This is a glowing thread of yours. This is around your heart space. It is destined for you. Let the right person come in. Remove the block right now. This middle row, it needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. Okay. I just want to see who this person, why they're bound to you. I want to see what your soul contract is with this person. So until these things, let's just see. Oh, only card that's up. So they were destined to activate this in you. This was part of your soul contract. To find your inner identity, your true inner identity, ground in your purpose, experience your own duality, finding the in-between, true healing, true unity within, right? Balancing your inner and outer worlds, balancing spirituality and practicality, right? A balance of it. Not, oh, they're my divine, oh, this is just magic, I just have to excuse it all, I just have to, rubbish, right? No one deserves to keep walking through their trauma for that. No one deserves it. You're not returning the fire, so they're not growing because you're just so easily accessible for them. This will stay stuck until, and we said it before, until they're faithful, until it's dependable, until they're dopeful, this ain't going anywhere. This comes first, your balance, your true balance. The amount of times I brought up that this collective, you need someone dependable, like truth, and they were meant to teach you that. Your true needs and wants, your true values, your true morals, and not to be blinded, right? Which means love's probably been your hardest lesson to learn throughout life. Oh God. So it was destined to be here. So you could snap out of it and see, why do I love someone that is a snake? Right? It's not a balance. It's your spiritual mind and the fairy tale ending that blinds you. That's not balance of spirituality and practicality. It's not duality. And then you wonder why you're crazy. Because you keep letting it happen to you. So how are you going to believe it's a true divine if you just have someone that constantly betrays you with silent treatment or actual backstab? You'll never get off the... You guys all have phases, right? You all have phases. And the Delulu phase is a long phase. And people that are stuck in the Delulu phase for a long time because you keep excusing it. And then it tarnishes your true resentment. How could they be my divine if they keep doing this? If they stop letting them do it to you. Watch the whole thing. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, silent treatment, toxicity, sexuality. It's all counterproductive. You're meant to see through it all and put yourself first. You don't need them to admit to this. You already feel this. And I kept saying, if it's for fact or if it's for not, you don't trust this person. That's answer enough. You know you have trust issues, so why let anyone around you that activates your trust issues if you're trying to heal your trust issues? It just doesn't make... you know what? I'm just going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to center myself because I can feel the frustration in me in this reading. And I think this is, I always say we pick up your energy. You must be so frustrated with yourself, but you don't need to be frustrated with yourself anymore. You just need to close it off, right? You don't need them to come to the table and you don't need to find out things. Your soul already does not trust them. You believe this to be them. Lift the veil. You're wise, you're aware, you're observant. You don't need to be validated that you're right. Your soul already tells you you're right. Even if you're wrong, you do not trust them. Please watch from part 1, 16th of the 7th. You'll never be able to truly forgive them. You really need to let them go and make them prove to you, if they are your person, that they're not like this, that they will devote, that they will be dependable, they will be faithful. Because right now, this person could knock on your door with a huge declaration. Those words are not going to heal how you see them. The right collective, you'll know exactly what I'm saying if you've watched from part 1. There's no point. There's no point holding on to this until it truly changes and the pattern is stopped. Anyway, just give me 5 minutes because, and alchemy at the bottom. Witchy poo. Remember who you are. I just want to... I'll be back. Okay. All right. Let's get one more for your top row. Soul contract. Your divine feminine. Your true divine feminine. Now, if there is an attached energy, it was part of this. And it was clearly for the right collective to heal your trust issues, right? By letting go and understanding what you deserve. It was bound to this, right? So instead of just needing to be validated for how you feel with this snake energy, like I said before, your soul already knows. So why keep excusing it? Just because you feel like you haven't had the external answers granted to you, when your internal soul already knows the answers. Don't go outside of yourself. We say our body is our biggest sign. Our emotion is our biggest sign. It's our compass. And look at how this connection makes your emotion. Mother Gaia. Be assertive. Stand in your power. Be fearless. Understand your greatness. You deserve the world, but you need to believe you deserve the world, right? 20th of April could be an important date here. Oh gosh, so it was destined to be stuck because you were born to be a lighthouse, especially if you've got this Mother Gaia shining through your soul, right? But this, there's a guidance system over you. There's a safe passage for you, but the obstacles and the warnings are like they're shining right now. You know what I'm saying? You know when you get to a train stop and there's the barriers that come and it's like, not to cross because there's a steamrolling train coming through. No one in their right mind is going to break through those barriers to get hit by a steamroller. But this collective, and you're just going straight in front of the steamroller. Even though there's everything inside of you saying, warning, warning, warning. Because again, for the right collective, you've popped a label on it, right? This has been stuck in this energy for so long as a warning because you just can't see the lesson through it, right? Please watch from the beginning. How can you ever be tactful here? How can you ever find the duality with all of this pent-up resentment and anger? You haven't found the balance because you keep excusing it. You keep excusing it. Snake. Magician. And what's your glowing thread attached to right now? This deck. The eternal love, the engagement, the this, the that. So your glowing threads, manifestations, right? That you're trying to keep a positive mindset over. Watch the whole thing. How can you keep a positive mindset when deep in your internal soul, that's what you believe this person to be? You always come back to a reset point of they're a snake. And this is why you feel crazy. because you just refuse to shut the door. This is no contact. Is it really over? This collective, it should be, it's over. You should stand in strength and empowerment. Why should it be left to this person if they feel like it's over? For the right collective, I hope this is like a hailstorm of pennies, this reading. I always say readings like this people don't want to hear. But for the right collective, I hope this gives you strength. Why, if you see someone like this, I'm trying to be so loving, but I'm just trying to show people the power of trauma that is not faced and shadow that is not faced. This collective, you feel like you love this person to the depth of your soul when this is how they're reflected in your soul. Who cares if they think it's over? You should be nailing that door shut. You should be getting the cement out, right? If it's meant to be, whatever's meant to be in your life will align with you perfectly, but you need to trust in it. Oh my God, you just got the owl and the crow to confirm. Have you forgotten who you are? But again, remember the deviation about the owl. You know the answers. You're magical. You're powerful. You know. Remember how magical and powerful you are. 2, hear about wise and observant and your wisdom. Look at what, this is your contract. This is what was meant to be activated. It was meant to be. So learn the lesson. Learn the lesson. It's time to stop the pattern. Don't let this keep lingering around. You're strong enough. You just have that final step to put in place. And your final step is just putting yourself first, right? Yeah, so this energy, and this is where it all started stemming from in the first part. This, the betrayal, the this, the that, was it this, was it that, was it the clouds. Continuously putting you in clouds, but you already know the answers. It goes back to that trust. Fact or not, you do not trust this person. What if they even came in and said, no, that's rubbish, it's deep in your soul. You still wouldn't believe them, right? Because they've never shown you what they need to show you. The dependability, the consistency, the loyalty. You're clearly a very loyal collective. This is one of your strongest values. You can see it. It's where your moral compass goes when you're not being shown that loyalty. So this person in the universe would have made it very clear. Every time they were meant to prove their loyalty to you, they were nowhere to be found. They've been trying to show you this lesson for so long, but because you're under the veil of, oh, it's my soul connection, you're not understanding how much they misalign with who you are, your character, right? No matter how much you heal, that quality of you is not going to disappear. So anyone that comes into your life that does not show that loyalty and faithfulness, you are forever going to be, no matter how much you heal. Watch from the beginning. This is all about learning who to close out of your life that activates that trigger. Not trying to be accepting and understanding of it. When it's time. But right now, you guys do not share this. Look, again, please watch from part 1. Yeah, right now it's a ball and chain. So until you break free from this, you will never find this. This is why I say this with people that are questioning if they should leave a dynamic. When a relationship is this off balance and someone's got all the power in the connection, the only way to bring it into balance is a true separation. Now, truly, to bring it back into equal give and take, right? But normally what happens is, as a relationship starts to go off balance and someone's pulling away, right? This person that's down here, they keep chasing, they keep validating, they keep affirming, they become extra nice. So this person is just coming into more and more strength, right? This poor person's down here walking on eggshells, feeling battered and bruised, feeling this, not feeling valued. But this poor person, even though they feel like rubbish, they just won't leave. Trauma just won't leave. I always say the only way, if there is a way for you guys to come back into alignment, is to walk away, and a long separation. Enough time away to really understand if you are someone both of you want in each other's lives, right? Now, a lot of people that are already started the separation, they think, oh, but we are separated. No, but you're still holding on. You're not truly removed. You're sitting there energetically. When are they going to come back? When are they going to come back? When are they? So this person still has all the power, because you're not doing the healing and the true removal of the peace out. No, I'm out of here. I'm putting myself first, right? Right, collective, this will make sense. Right now, this collective, you're in separation, but they keep breaking this no contact, and you keep sitting there like, oh, let it go. Person needs to believe you've walked away. You've never given them that fire that they've lost you. You choose strength, or you put a boundary up, then you cave. Or then, you say you're going to choose silence, but then you're like, hey, this person just knows still subconsciously you're easily accessible. They can come back whenever, and you're going to be like, Or maybe you get a little bit angry, so they know to just remove themselves for a few months, but when they come back, you're still receptive, right? Watch the whole thing. This collective, just break this pattern, and I said it. You are constantly shown silent treatment, abandonment, relay the favor, right? Relay the favor. You don't need words. You don't need the last say. Choose the silence. Choose the silence. Remember who you are. You are someone exceptional. You are connected to the world around you. Remember what you deserve. And this illumination, you already know the answers, right? The one thing that's really alarming me for this collective, this person, watch the whole thing. This is finding you for a test of strength. This manifestation of this snake and this... Rise above. Connect to your higher self. All right. I quickly want to get you an archetype. And this might be really tough to watch, but I'm going to, from the universe, I'm going to get to their perspective on this person and how they are. Because this collective, I just think you think blind and blue. They're healing and they're transforming, even though you haven't seen it. It's like you think they're hiding their healing from you or something. Right now, I just cannot see, because you haven't broken the cycle yet. You haven't given them the grace to activate yet, because you're still holding on. But let's get you first, archetype. Okay, you got the stone. Oh, hold on, let me get my book. The eternal, the anchor, the rock. So this is how you're shining right now. And just off the bat, before I even read it, and I feel that's who you are for people, right? You're this anchor. There's that perseverance, that dependability, like that's who you are. That's kind of the theme of it, right? Remember this about yourself, who you truly are and what's truly going to align to you. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concrete, I can't say that word, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible. I can speak English, don't judge me, to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. So you've had many lives here. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. You got the crow, the owl, the firefly, the Mother Gaia. Oh, remember who you are. Therefore, it contains ancient and eternal present. The stone is the best used to anchor our wild side. So no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back to self, to center. The stone tethers us to the earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness. And remember this, it's right now you're so activated. You had the healthier choices, the shadow work, the positive mindset. When you are not overwhelmed by this person, you are so centered and grounded. Look what this person does to you. Like, look, they take you completely out of your ancient wisdom and your beautiful soul and your soul of alignment. Like, that, again, answer in itself. Quiet and peaceful. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what allies us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. So you balance others. You deserve balance yourself, right? Another big part of this is trust your body's emotion. If you are calm and centered and you bring balance into others, you deserve the same back. Maybe ask yourself, maybe the reason this isn't in alignment because they do not match who you are. They do not match your frequency. If you give this to others, you deserve to have that back. But you need to believe that. You need to believe that. Because if you believed it, you wouldn't keep welcoming it. And you wouldn't be sitting here this, watch from the beginning, over someone like this. I just want one more for you guys. Even through the chaos, this is how you're shining. You still have this within you. Which again confirms you are trying so hard to break free. You're trying because you're upgrading. You know it deep within. These readings just come for pennies to accelerate what you already know, right? To have strength in what comes next. The womb, your sacral, it's your wounding. And you know it. You know it. Maybe do some sacral clearing right now. It's about the mother's energy. That feminine energy. Maybe that mother that unfortunately you didn't have, or maybe you didn't have the best upbringing when it came to that example in your life. You need to be more gentle with yourself. So gentle with others. You need to return the favor for you. You're one of my collectives. You probably give the best advice. Do you listen to your own advice? If you're going through sacral purging, maybe even down there right now, I'm hearing you could be having tummy cramps or gut problems, or maybe your actual physical body is showing you how much nurturing this needs. Cats, wherever your cats are lying or doing, what are they, the biscuits and stuff, they're kind of showing you what needs to be cleared energetically as well. Especially if they're just sitting on you in random places, they're clearing that energy because they can feel the excess coming from that point, right? And this person they would activate your wounding. Let's see how they're shining right now. And I want to get... Oh, one came out straight away. The apocalypse. Oh, danger. Danger. That train analogy. Steamroller. Just saying. Ugh. The apocalypse. I'm sure that's dark. I'm sure that's dark. Oh, Venom. I'm surprised that didn't come out. The Apocalypse. Removing the veil of deception. Oh. Apocalypse indicates a particular painful time, one that unfolds when the desperate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing direction. The first is lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed. Maybe this is why you have such a focus on the betrayal. Maybe they're going through reveals themselves of their own. It's that Seven of Swords in reverse, caught red-handed. Seen and unearthed. No matter how revealing it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocalypse energy is similar to a forest fire's devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. This collective, you got betrayed. I wouldn't surprise me if some of you guys have caught this person red-handed with stuff, but they denied it. There is something here. Their veil of deception, I think, is being revealed, right? I'm going to be honest. So again, they're probably feeling a bit sorry for themselves. Whatever comes next with this, but please just watch the whole thing. Just because they're going through realization, the shadow, that self-indulgence, right? Remember I said I feel a bit of them? Doesn't matter. And this is what you guys need to hold on to until you see the consistency of change, until you see the healing, until you hear from this person's mouth, I'm going to therapy, I have a mentor, I'm doing this, until you really start seeing, without asking, not telling them they need to, but them wanting to be better. There is no point. Let them sit in their deception. Let them sit in the fires, right? You aren't their savior. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. So they're going through some form of destruction right now, of clearly their own doing, right? So you shouldn't feel sorry for them. Did they feel sorry for you when your world was crumbling and you had to rebuild your soul? No. The person kept putting you in no contact. Watch the whole thing. Okay. What I want to do... I don't want to see how they feel. I want to see the universe, because I just think this, again, is finding you for strength. Now, let's see the universe's perspective on this person. And then I'm getting tarot for you for what's coming next in general, right? So they're in a cosmic trigger. So the cosmos, for the past 3 months and the next 3 months, subconscious being revealed, a new emotional cycle begins, seeing clearly through divine aids of endings. So the cosmos have got control of this. So you'd be off limits anyway. Just how you have to go through spiritual isolation and go through your karmic debris, your purple curtain, where everything falls away. The house, the job, the family, the friends, the pet, everything. That's, let them, right? Cosmos are taking care of them. Family life. I feel that should be in reverse. What? This is beautiful. This is actually beautiful. 10 of Cups, the world. This is all to make them emotionally fulfilled, to harmonize them. This card specifies divine love and stability and peace. But to get a world, they need to end things out, right? So they're trying to bring them into fulfillment and wholeness and accomplishment. And you've got to remember, they've got divine aid to see things clearly. Maybe for a long time they weren't seeing this. Maybe they were seeing these as reverse. Whatever the cosmos are doing, they're taking off the veil of illusion right now. The veil of deception. So there's something... Doesn't mean though, watch the whole thing. If they're already activating them into awareness and you've never returned the fire, what does that mean if you finally just choose silence and yourself and they really do have a fear? Oh my God, I've actually lost this. What's going to happen? if it's meant to be, it'll accelerate the change that this whole reading has been about. Let the cosmos take care of it. It's not your job to take care of it anymore. That's good. That's 5 of coins in reverse. Okay, but they're not there yet. They're extremely emotional. They're wallowing. Wounded feminine. Fostering codependency. They're irrational. Extreme highs and lows. A little bit of melancholy. So even though they're feeling sorry for themselves, right? But it's the bed that they made. But they're still imbalanced when it comes to emotion, right? Very wounded, overly sensitive. They're in 2 of Swords. Reverse is good because they're seeing clearly, but right now this says stop, do not cross, warning. That's what you guys need. So the universe is holding up a stop sign for them. Even though they feel this, they're not wanting to budge right now for a reason. Again, it's all being cosmically guided, right? But also realizing certain things they have been fostering codependency to that do need walk away from. You guys reflecting the same lesson, but for them. The universe is trying to show you the stop sign to have strength to walk away. And if it is truly divine, what happens? Your strength in decision trickles through the thread. They have more strength in decision to walk away from things that do not serve them as well. You've got to see outside of the box, right? Stop being in denial of what your body is telling you. Trust. This does not serve you. Until they get it, you're banging your head against a wall. The moon wanted to come up underneath. Hermit, so they're putting them in the hermit's journey. They're here. Stop it. The shadow work card. But trust. Who cares? Who cares? You haven't seen it. That does not null and void everything we've said. By you walking, it's acceleration in this, right? Turn the fire. They're going through soul searching. There's some form of enlightenment, a higher perspective, deep healing. Okay? But solitude. Solitude, isolation. Wow. This ain't bad. The universe always sees the best in people, and this person wouldn't be going through what they were going through if they didn't have the capability for greatness. They're guiding them through all of this. You've got the Emperor here. This is a deep reflection. They should have had more strength. Authority in decisions. Seen the stability here, not ignited the chaos. Activating some great divine masculine strength in them right now. But they're still broken. I think this is what's been the remembrance of what they did have, right? Just believe in you right now. Believe in the universe and be happy. This is very nice, but it doesn't mean you need to sit there and still pine long and excuse. Until you see this change, there's no point holding on, right? And this could still take another 3 months. So just let it unfold. Just because you're not in the room, just because you're not a fly in the wall, not a fly on the wall. And maybe this is why subconsciously you just keep, but you've got to let go. You've got to let go. The world, what do they, their recklessness, their impulsiveness, their foolish behavior, their lack of faith in things, the way they hold back and make silly decisions. This is what they're welding out right now. So they are in deep reflection of irrational, impulsive, childish behavior. It's good. 9 of Swords, but victim mentality still. So under this, so it would just be triggering anyway. They're starting to get it. They're still wallowing, right? Imbalanced, irrational, psychological trauma. But that's how we heal. We have to realize we're being a victim. Okay, lost hope in love, dark thoughts, anxiety, fear, all of it. But this is making them reflect on their behavior. Are they completely there yet? No. They got Queen of Cups over it. In reverse. Very broken still. Trust the universe here. They're full of worry and fear. But again, they're very irrational. Extreme highs and lows. Highly temperamental. So this veil of deception, their apocalypse, this is what's blocking them. They're still sitting on certain truths that have not been revealed. Ace of Swords horizontally, I think they want this break. They don't have enough strength, but it's the universe guiding them, right? The blocked communication, misinformation, the lack of focus, they want to break through with it all. But right now, every fibre in their being is saying no, that they're seeing it clearly. It is not time, and it's coming from up above, okay? So whatever's activating around you, if anything comes before this 3-month point, so I just think in general, everything I've said for this collective is very valid. It is not time, right? And even if they enter in 3 months and you've chosen to stay silent for the next 3 months through their enters, even when they come in 3 months, it's still not just bringing everything down, right? Feel empowered, get empowered. Until you choose to close the door, how are you going to see if they're locking in this, that they are becoming dependable, that they are changing, that they keep coming, I'm doing this, I'm doing, like, how do you know if you don't put the wall up, right? Again, just watch from part 1. Trust in the universe right now and trust in yourself. Focus on being happy. I didn't want to, but I feel like, hold on a second. I just quickly want to see their emotions, not to just their emotions right now. Wow. Whoa. First card, longing, right? They are longing, missing, yearning. It doesn't matter though. I think they're starting to become a little bit disgusted in their behavior, which is good. It's that apocalypse. Something's being revealed. They're going over the distance, right? How they've shut down, detached, they're cold, removed, withdrawn. Maybe, I don't think they're seeing that with you. Vengeful. So this is what's going on right now. There's something happening in their life. Clearly it could be with family dynamic. I think they could still have a little bit of this in them. They clearly have a bit of a personality type like that. Watch from the start, but this could be being relayed back to them. They could have some people really not wanting the best for them right now that they're seeing through, okay? And they're jealous and possessive, so off limits, right? And your jealousy is getting activated right now. You're feeling that. Watch from the beginning. So let the universe guide this. That was abandoned at the bottom. You got to keep focusing on you. Jealousy and possessiveness, that ain't going to work, right? Remember how we had that deviation of what love should be like. That watch from the beginning. Okay. I just want to get tarot for you and what's coming in general. Hold on. Okay. So let's just see for you guys your next 3 months ahead, right? Your theme for the next 3 months. Okay, so we've got 6 of Swords horizontally, Knight of Pentacles, the World, 9 of Pentacles, beautiful, one more. I felt right at the start there was a big pentacle focus for this collective. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. So you're going through your transition here. That's amazing. Okay. Right now, I do think for the next few weeks, all of our transits right now, we've got Neptune and Saturn. Is it in conjunct with Aries or something? First time in 37 years. We've just got a lot. We're coming into the year of the fire. There's a lot going on, right? And I just think this collective, probably your cosmic chart, your birth, there's probably a lot of alignments that are happening to resurface this. Because you're going through an upgrade, you'd be rebirthing. I do think you're going to be feeling like you're in a bit of a storm for the next week or two, just emotionally, right? Reflecting on healing, reflecting on instability, but you're having to focus on this stuff for a reason. We spoke about it in part 1. But I do think you are going to be coming out of this. You're going to be coming out of your storm. You're going to start feeling that calmness, that tranquility again, that stone energy, okay? Now, I do think you've got a very solid offer coming in here, but I'm seeing financially, I'm going to be honest. I think you've got something that you've been working so hard to achieve. 8 of Pentacles, we are working that bloody hard. It's that repetitive. Sometimes it's that repetitive and mundane and just... takes a lot of dedication and perseverance to become that master of whatever we've been trying to conquer, right? But you've got the 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and a very solid offer that I think you've been very patient with. I think it's more financial. There's something here coming in the next 3 months. It's really going to ground you, right? It's going to put you in even more financial independence and stability. There's more emotional balance and more maturity. Not that you're not mature, but I just think when it comes to how you view life, and I feel you're going to actually really start thriving in your independence, not be hyper independent or be lonely and want compassion. Like I feel this collective, you're going to get to a point over these next 3 months, you're looking around your life, you're seeing how much you've dedicated and how much perseverance and how much stamina it's taken you to get to where you are at this point. You're going to start looking around and you're going to understand what you have around you you've created. You're going to start seeing your life a little bit differently. You're going to become very aware of how hard it was for you to get where you are today, right? When this all, even right now, but it's really going to solidify for you. And we say when you guys get to this point where you realize, I love my structure. I love it that I don't have to answer to anyone. I'm financially independent. I can do what I want when I want. When you guys really start to realize the life you've created is actually amazing, you become so aware of who you accept into your life, because if they're not adding value, if they're not adding to the table that you've already filled, you're not going to let them in. And I think the universe here, you've got a huge world coming for you. Just how this person has. Over these next few months, you're finally going to understand the true meaning of independence and how amazing it actually is, right? There's no more fear over you with certain things. You've got 3 months of a lot of grounding in your energy, right? You're going to be coming out of these next 3 months with a sense of wholeness and completion and success. Okay, this is very beautiful. Knowing who to have at your table. Anyone that watches me all the time, I explain 9 of Cups. You've gone through that much pain. You get to this point, you're still. You've had to deplete all the emotion trauma that doesn't serve you anymore and learn how to fill it up the right way. So you get to this point, financial independence, loving your independence, sitting at your table, 9 chalices filled in the back with the right flowing emotion in it. You become very aware of who you let sip out of your cups, right? This, wishes granted. Because you see yourself, self-love. This is preparing you for your 10 of Cups, right? This is your next 3 months. 9, look, you're coming into a huge ending. 9 into a world. You're seeing a lot of 9s and 10s at the moment. Maybe you're coming out of a personal year 9 into your personal year 1. This is where you're sailing off into, right? What you're welding out, this 9 of Swords, what this person's going through, the victim mentality, understanding why this all had to take place. You know how I see this knight too when he arrives? I see it as the good tower. It's like he arrives and everything's starting to fall into place, and he's like, oh, that makes sense. Why that happened, that let go, blah, blah, blah. He starts to get it all. It's the shock moment, right? You're starting, why was I holding on to all this pain? Why was I holding on to these swords? You're going to start to realize you were carrying unnecessary burdens. You should have just released far earlier, right? This is what you've got your completion of feeling whole over. Magic. This offer coming in. Oh, that was wanting to, that was confession. Just, I'm not going to bring it out, but Sun. You could be destined for fame. Oh my God. You've got your offer is something to do with your Six of Wands. Triumph, victory, success. Something with recognition, true confidence boost coming for you. This card says victory, idolize, public recognition, winning, good news, progression, fame, praise. You've got something huge coming here over the next 3 months. Focus on that. There's a reason they're getting you into this strength of, oh my God, actually believing in what you can offer and who you are. But you've been working very hard to get here for this collective. Didn't just fall in your lap. As I said, it didn't just fall in your lap. You've had to rebuild your life. From 5 of Pentacles to this, you've had to rebuild your life. So that's really confirming this collective. You have been puttering along. You had to rebuild everything, right? And you never gave up. Again, shows your loyalty. You don't just seek loyalty in others. You're loyal to yourself. You really are. Realize that about yourself. This is why that is such a big trigger for this collective. Wouldn't surprise me if you are heavily earth-based in your chart, right? Because I was just talking to myself, but you feel very earthly, very grounded. It wouldn't surprise me, heavy earth placements in your chart. Just that stone, the dependability, your triggers of just what ignites in your shadow, because this is who you are at the core, right? Willpower, determination. You normally have a strong sense of, I just feel, a very earthly energy. And that means your spiritual activation or your magic. It would have been so hard for you to not have logic and overthinking because of I'm feeling a lot of earth placements here. Active listening, collaboration, your dedication to succeed. 3 masterminds coming together and making a masterpiece. Look at all the pentacles here. You got some big things coming. Very big things. One more. Okay, and a new direction, a new start, free thinker, free spirit, right? You're going to get that excitement back in your soul. Just whatever this is that's going to enter, it's really going to put you on another trajectory in life. Oh, one more for that. 4 of Wands, when it's time, but your community, prosperity. It's my 20 card. And Temperance. Okay. Look forward to what's coming for you, because the universe is opening a floodgate very soon. Okay. It's your next stepping stones that are being put into place. All right. I know that was if you got to the end, you're ready for this change. Not many people would make it to the end of a reading like that. Okay. Just believe in yourself and your power. Cherries. Oh my God, triple moon goddess. Wouldn't surprise me. You got that alchemy card that wanted to come out. Garnet, that could be your birthstone. Could be January, baby. Fiery climax. Approaches lightning. Just remember what I said. Anything that comes forward, it's just, maybe this reading you should save, right? Minimum 3 months before anything starts to turn around, and even then I'm going to take time. But your golden elixir, you're shining very powerfully right now. This is a twinny thing for me, this charm. It means you can smell each other. Cats, ancient Egypt, the little frogs. You could be seeing a lot of frogs or hearing frogs, dreaming about frogs. Adventure. You need adventure and spontaneity and excitement right now and joy. You could have a rollerblading, ice skating memory, or you had a rollerblading accident. Mushrooms. maybe you just bought some lion's mane or reishi, or, you know, like all the, not the medicinal stuff, but the other stuff. Cherries. You could resonate with being a cherry, not a strawberry. Have you guys heard about that? That's what I just heard in my mind. All right, initials. A, B, R, B, F, love heart, K, and D. Oh, and then K. Wanted to fall. Oh, K, 3 times. 16th of the 3rd, 8th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 8th, 5th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 5th. You could be watching this at 3:58. 12th, or angel number 358. 12th of the 5th, 12th of the 6th, 6th of the 12th. Oh, 5 by itself, 3 by itself. 16th of the 11th, 14th of the 11th, 6th of the 11th, 11th of the 6th, 16th of the 6th, 166. All right, my loves. Oh, and 11. Destiny. You could be seeing a lot of 111s. All right, lots of love.